Dr. Chaitanya Prakash Yogi, Director Swami Vivekananda Cultural Center, Ms. Kavita Solanki, Ms. Shristi Harinarayan, Mr. Piyush Khandewal, distinguished online guests. On behalf of the Swami Vivekananda Cultural Center at the Consulate General of India in Durban, I would like to invite you to Indian Kitchen's Worldwide Week. On Indian Kitchen's Worldwide Week, which is also known as Vaishvaya Pati Bharatiya Rasoi, is an online culinary program to showcase the reach, relevance, variety, diversity, quality, and significance of Indian cuisine. It is an humble attempt to explore, experience, and express the uniqueness of and versatility of Indian culture as a way of living the life in its intensity and entirety. The first day being virtual visits to Indian kitchens of the Asia continent. To begin today's program, we have a Sanskrit sloksha rendition by Ms. Kavita Solanki, who is a teacher of Indian culture at the Swami Vivekananda Culture Center in Durban.
Thank you, Sharelji. Namaskar, everyone. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Aham Vaishvanaro Bhutva Praninam Dehamashritaha Prana Apana Samayuktaha Pachamyanyam Chaturvidham. Thank you. Dhanyavad.
Thank you very much to Ms. Kavita Solanki for that beautiful Sanskrit shloka. We will now start our journey by visiting a kitchen in Moscow, Russia. We will go and see Ms. Sujata Rajagopal and see what she's cooking for us today, which is a vegetable bonda dish, which is also a very typical South Indian snack, which is vegan and contains no onion and garlic.
Hello, Namaskaram. I'm Sujata Rajagopal, a chartered accountant and cost accountant from Chennai, India. I have been living in Moscow, Russia for almost half my life now. Thanks to the inspiration from my mom, who's a wonderful cook herself, I find myself spending most of my time in the kitchen while at home. Of late, I've launched on an endeavor to popularize vegetarian Indian cuisine amongst the Russian-speaking population of the world, taking the help of Ayurveda doctors. Today, as part of this wonderful initiative of ICCR Durban, I wish to share with you this wonderful recipe of vegetable bonda. Vegetable bonda is a typical South Indian delicacy that contains vegetables and spices for filling, dipped in a batter and deep fried to produce soft, crispy, and fluffy bondas. So let's see how we make vegetable bonda. So let me take you through the ingredients that we need for vegetable bonda. To begin with, for the filling, I've got here 4 potatoes. We're going to boil, peel and mash these potatoes. 1 carrot, peel and chop them fine. A few beans, chop them fine. 1/4 cup of green peas shelled. A bunch of cilantro or coriander leaves to be chopped fine. A few curry leaves for the essential South Indian flavor. A small piece of ginger to be peeled and grated fine. 2 green chilies for spice to be chopped fine. If you're going to serve it to kids and you're afraid of chilies, you could substitute it for chili powder. Now for the spices, I've got here asafoetida. We're going to use a pinch for the filling and a pinch of it for the batter. Turmeric powder, again a pinch for the filling and a pinch for the batter. Salt, we're going to use it for the filling as well as for the batter. Half a teaspoon of fennel powder or somph powder, which is going into the filling. Jeera or cumin seeds for the filling. Urad dal for the filling. Mustard seeds for the filling. And I've got here some ajwain or caraway seeds that are going into the batter to help balance the flatulence that could be caused by the batter and the vegetables that we're going to use. Now for the batter, I've got 1 cup of besan or gram flour and 3 tablespoons of rice flour. So we're going to add some salt, turmeric, hing or asafoetida and chili powder along with the caraway seeds into the batter, and a pinch of fruit salt or baking soda to give it that fluff for the batter. So the veggies are ready to go into the filling. Let's take a look. Here I've got mashed potatoes, chopped carrots, chopped beans, green peas shelled, peeled and grated ginger, finely chopped chili, finely chopped cilantro or coriander leaves, and torn up curry leaves. So I'm heating up the pan on medium high and I'm adding about 2 tablespoons of oil. So once the oil heats up, we're going to add our spices. So first goes mustard seeds, and they're going to start spluttering. I have about half a teaspoon of mustard seeds. So I'm adding half a teaspoon of urad dal. Then in goes half a teaspoon of cumin seeds, a pinch of asafoetida for flavor, grated ginger, chopped chili. You want to fry the curry leaves first. Turmeric powder. We're going to add some of the turmeric powder into the batter as well. So I'm going to dissolve some. And then I'm going to start adding the vegetables, the chopped beans, carrots, and the peas. Saute the vegetables. Now I could have boiled these vegetables along with the potatoes, but I preferred not to do that because the carrots and beans could get really mushy by the time potatoes are cooked. This way I would save the crunchy texture of the vegetables. I'm adding a little over a teaspoon of salt for taste. You could regulate based on your personal preference. I'm going to add a little bit of water, about half a cup, enough for the vegetables to cook, and close the lid. These are going to cook for a couple of minutes. Now after a couple of minutes, you could check to see if your veggies are cooked. They don't have to be 100% cooked. About 3/4 of the way is good enough because we're going to fry them as well. See, the carrots are almost soft, not mushy, so that's the perfect texture we're looking for. Now I'm going to add half a teaspoon of fennel seed powder or plant powder, and I'm going to add in the boiled and mashed potatoes. Now that's the binding factor for the filling. Now the vegetables are ready. I'm going to turn off the heat and add the chopped cilantro, coriander leaves. Now a little tip, I'm going to add about a teaspoon of lemon juice or lime juice to the filling. That adds a nice tang to the spice and the sweetness of potatoes and carrots. So I'm going to set aside the filling, and by the time the filling cools, we're going to make the batter. Okay, now for the batter, I'm adding this cup of besan or gram flour, 3 tablespoons of rice flour, salt to taste, a pinch of asafoetida, a pinch of turmeric powder for the nice golden color that we want on the crust, 1/4 to half a teaspoon of chili powder. You can regulate based on how spicy you want it or how spicy your chili powder is. Half a teaspoon of ajwain or caraway seeds. I'm going to give it a little bit of a crush to release the flavors and then add it. A pinch of fruit salt or baking soda. And now what you want to do is keep adding water a little at a time and then whisk the batter. Don't be in a rush because you don't want the batter to get too watery If it's thick, you can keep adding water to get it to the consistency you want. So I'm going to start adding water. So that looks about right. Now you may want to taste your batter to make sure it's got the right amount of salt and spice you're looking for. So now the filling has cooled a bit. So make balls about this size. So with the measurement of vegetables that we've used, we could get close to 20 of these balls. So you could make smaller balls if you want more like cocktail sized vegetable bondas for parties. So I've got the filling ready and the batter here. So I'm heating oil in a pan on medium high. Now here's a trick I want to share with you. You want to take about 2 tablespoons of the hot oil and pour it into the batter. This is going to help us get a really fluffy and soft texture to the bonda, and it's going to stop the batter from absorbing too much oil while frying. Now we want to check the oil for temperature. What I'm going to do is take a bit of batter and drop it into the oil. So the batter comes to the surface as soon as it's dropped. That means the oil is about ready. But if it browns too fast, then it's too hot. This is just about right. Now we can start dropping the bondas. So I'm taking the filling, covering it in batter, rolling it to make sure that it's covered evenly all through, and then carefully drop it into the oil. So I'm going to go ahead and do a few more. You don't want it too crowded in the pan. You want to make sure that they have enough space to move around and get cooked evenly. Now you don't want to flip them immediately because the batter is still raw. You don't want to spoil the shape or get the filling out. So you let it sit for a bit. Let it cook for a little bit on one side before you flip it. Now you want to go in and carefully flip some of these bondas like so. Carefully turn them. Make sure that you have individually turned all of them over. You need a little bit of patience here. You want to wait till they are evenly cooked on both sides and you get a nice golden color. So that's when you want to take the bondas out. So now you can see that they are ready. They have a nice golden color to the batter. And now you can start taking them out. Drain the oil and drop them on a paper towel to absorb the excess oil. So you can hear that they have a nice crispy texture. So there, vegetable bondas are ready. Perfect snack for a rainy or cold day. I'm going to show you how it looks on the inside. There you go. Lovely, soft, spicy filling with a thin coating of batter that's soft and crispy. You could serve it with coconut chutney or a coriander and mint chutney. I could quickly give you the recipe. It's a bunch of coriander, a bunch of mint, a chili, half a teaspoon of salt, and a squeeze of lime juice. I hope you enjoy making vegetable bondas as much as I enjoyed showing you how to do it. Namaskaram.
Thank you, Miss Sujata Rajgopalan from Moscow all the way in Russia. We hope you enjoyed that dish as much as I did. Now we will visit Japan and see how a Kerala vegetarian dish known as eresi, which is prepared by Mr. Hiroshi Tateka from Japan.
こんにちは。マラカーン、ナマスカラーン、ナマステー。マサラワーラーの武田です。今日はかぼちゃのエリッセリー、ケイララの料理を作っていきます。よろしくお願いします。はい、まず今日の材料ですね。かぼちゃのエリッセリーなんで、かぼちゃ。続いて、玉ねぎ。そしてこれ、豆。ココナッツファイン。で続いてこっちはココナッツのミルク。青唐辛子、カレーリーフですね。今日使うスパイスは、まずはターメリック、チリパウダー、これマスタードシード。この白い方がウラドダールっていう豆ですね。でこの黄色い方はチャナダールという豆です。続いてこちらはクミン。これはフェンネルというスパイスで、こちら、これメティです。この赤唐辛子ですね。原型の方です。あとはこちら、今日ケララの料理なので、ココナッツオイルです。豆、だいたい1カップぐらいですね。入れちゃいます。よく洗っておきます。豆より2センチぐらい水があります。この状態で圧力鍋にかけていきます。はい、ココナッツのペーストを作っていきますね。ミキサーの中にココナッツファイン4分、さっきの1カップあったうちの4分の3カップぐらいですね。入れちゃいます。ココナッツミルクの粉、これだいたい2分の1カップぐらいですね。半カップ入れちゃいます。クミンシードですね。これ小さじ1入れます。青唐辛子もこの中に入れます。で1カップぐらい入れます。ね、これミキサーかけます。はい、ココナッツとグリーンチリのペーストができました。はい、今ココナッツオイルが大さじ1入りました。マスタードシードも小さじ1入れてますね。弾けるまで待ちます。マスタードが弾けてきましたね。そしたらウラドダールとチャナダール、これを小さじ1杯入れます。赤唐辛子3本ぐらい入れておきますね。はい、続いてフェンネル小さじ1入れます。メティ小さじ半分ぐらいです。焦げちゃうのですぐ入れます。パッ。で玉ねぎ入れます。でこの間にかぼちゃなんですけど、ラップに入れてチンしちゃいますね。600ワットで5分ぐらいやっておきますね。ココナッツファインをこの中、今これ1カップあるんですけど、この中でちょっと4分の1ぐらい入れますね。ココナッツファインを茶色くします。カレーリーフ入れときます。はい、いい感じにココナッツファインが茶色くなってきましたね。あんまりやると焦げちゃうので、この辺で火止めておきます。でターメリックを小さじ半分ぐらいですね、入れておきます。でチリパウダーも小さじ半分ぐらい入れておきますね。で塩も小さじ1ぐらい入れておきます。で混ぜたら、さっきのかぼちゃ、豆、水ごと入れますね。さっきのココナッツとグリーンチリのペーストも入れます。かぼちゃをね、潰してますね。で混ぜて、もう火が通ってるので、一煮立ちさせたら終わりですね。 では味を見ますね。最後に塩を整えて出来上がりです。美味しい。では出来上がり。これでエリステリできました。はい、ありがとうございます。エリステリができました。ちょっとご飯にかけてみますね。ダバー。こんな感じですね。これかぼちゃと豆のいい香りがしますね。かぼちゃにはね、このフェンネルとメティというスパイスがすごく合いますね。甘い香りがしてとても美味しそうです。ちょっと食べてみますね。いただきます。熱い。ちょっとできたばっかりですげえやつです。うまい。これね、焦がしたココナッツの香りがすごくいいですね。焦がしたココナッツとペーストのココナッツというココナッツ二段使い気になるらしいですね。このココナッツオイルも入ってるから、ココナッツ三段使いですね。トリプルココナッツ、すごく美味しいです。ぜひ皆さん作ってみてください。またねー。アナッカン、ナマスカーラン、ナマステー。
I hope you have learned something new from this dish, because I've also learned something new. Now we will move across all the way to Sri Lanka and see how a dal curry is prepared by Mr. Kohulan Shantikumar.
Hi guys, my name is Kohulan. My parents are from Sri Lanka and I'm a first generation South African or African, and today I'm going to show you how to make my version of a Sri Lankan dal curry. So in Sri Lanka there's two languages, there's Sinhalese and Tamil people. Sinhalese people call this paripu and Tamil people call this parapu. Very similar. So I'm going to show you how I started. So what I've done already is I've just put some yellow moong dal to boil in some water. And I just put that to boil with a bit of a salt. In Sri Lanka, we normally use yellow lentils, but moong dal is supposed to be much healthier, so I've just made a little alternative for health benefits. So while that's boiling, that'll take about 15-20 minutes to boil. It swells up, and when it's super soft, you know it's ready. I'm going to braise the onion mix. So on my second stove over here. Okay, so while the moong dal is boiling and getting soft, we're going to braise our onions and prepare our mix. I'm not sure about the technical terminology. Okay, so we're going to start off with some oil. To be authentic and proper islander, we're using coconut oil. This used to be a thing in Sri Lanka way before the Western world found out about it. This is the main source of oil. So I'll put some oil on a medium heat. And then we put in our spices. So put about a teaspoon of mustard seeds, a teaspoon of cumin or jeera, and let that toast for a couple of seconds, then get a bit brown. The reason we put all the spices in the oil is because oil carries flavor better and coats your tongue better. So if you put your fragrant stuff when you braise into the oil, it retains the flavor. So that's why you'll see you put all your spices and your chili and your garlic into the oil first, so it retains that flavor. Stir that up a bit. Gotta get a bit toasty. And once the mustard seeds start popping, I can start to add my fresh garlic, ginger and onions and chilies. So once that starts to brown, we can add a bit of garlic. So I'm going to add about a teaspoon of garlic. There's no actual measurements. I just go as I feel, and I think you'll pick it up. The more you cook, you'll get a sense of it. About half a teaspoon of ginger. And I'll also add my chilies, my whole green, cut up green chilies, and about a medium-sized onion. And we just want to let that braise until it gets a medium brown color. Okay, so we've braised onions and it's a bit brown. That's our mix, and now we just wait for the dal to get soft. In the dal, what I've put in the parabu, should I say, it's still boiling and it's got salt in it, and I'm just going to add some turmeric. Turmeric is essential. Put about 2 teaspoons in there. And yes, I did buy turmeric in a bottle. My mother's going to be so embarrassed. But I was desperate for turmeric. And give it a bit of a stir, and then you can add in the braised onion mix. So in Sri Lanka, this is considered a very, very simple dish. It's probably what you start cooking first. Sri Lanka's got lots of different cuisines due to multiple influences. It is, for a bit of history, Sri Lanka was first colonized by the Portuguese, then it was colonized by the Dutch, then the British, as well as all the other native influences. And so there's a variety of cuisines. So it's a perfect getaway as a foodie. There's so many different types of food native only to Sri Lanka. And this is the most basic of them all. Another fun fact is in Sri Lanka, we don't eat small meals. We eat full meals, we'll eat all 3 meals. So for breakfast, you'll have not rice and curry, you'll generally have curry with hoppers, which is like a pancake type thing, or string hoppers, which is like a noodles type thing. And then you'll have a full rice and curry for lunch as well as for dinner. So 3 full meals, they don't believe in small meals at all. And now we let it simmer for a little while, and now our parapu is ready. So just about plating it, and you can eat it with roti, rice, or bread. Thank you for joining me on this edition of making a Sri Lankan parapu curry with lots of alterations.
Thank you very much, sir, for that wonderful yet simple dish. Now that we will move all the way to Japan again, and this time we will see a Maharashtrian style Subadhana Khichdi by Miss Shalmali Raja Dakshaya and Mr. Bhargav Uppat.
Hey everyone, Namaste. Thank you so much for having us on Indian Kitchens Worldwide. This is Bhargav.
This is Shalmali. We both are engaged to be married and are currently living and working in Tokyo, Japan.
Apart from working, we have started our new YouTube cooking channel by the name Bhai Bhasha. So if you love food, please do visit our channel.
We both are from the western Indian state of Maharashtra. So we thought it best to share a recipe with you that we both have enjoyed since our childhood.
Today we'll be sharing a sabudana khichdi recipe and a cucumber salad which goes really well with it. So without any further delay, let's get started.
Take 1 to 1.5 cups of sabudana or sago or tapioca. It was in Japan that we came across the name tapioca for the first time. We need to soak this in approximately 1 cup water overnight. Now let it rest. The next day, this is how it looks. It is a bit puffed up and the texture has become soft. Try breaking one grain to check the texture. Now in a pan, roast 1 cup peanuts on medium to low flame. Stir frequently and roast till they become brown. This is how they look. Also, store-bought roasted peanuts is a good option as well. Now let them cool for a while. Let's take them out in a plate and keep them aside. In the meanwhile, let's cut cucumbers for the cucumber salad. We are using 2 medium-sized ones. We have to chop them finely, but be careful with the knife. Now the peanuts have cooled a bit. So next, we'll be grinding them in a food processor. You can use a mixer grinder as well. As we prefer a nuttiness in our dishes, we will not be making a fine powder of the peanuts. If you prefer a fine powder-like taste in your dish, you can go ahead and blast at full speed. We are giving small bursts to have that nutty taste. This is how our ground peanuts look. Now in a heated pan, take 1.5 tablespoon ghee. Ghee is a form of clarified butter which is widely used in the Indian subcontinent. It is not only used in cooking but also for various religious rituals in India. When it is heated, add some cumin seeds, about half tablespoon, and let them splutter a bit. Once they are aromatic, add 2 finely chopped green chilies. You can add some more as per your preference. Then add about 1 tablespoon grated ginger. Mix and saute lightly so that the raw flavor of ginger goes away. Be careful as to not overdo this as it may burn. Once done, add the soaked sabudana and mix. Now add 2/3 of the ground peanuts. Keep aside the remaining as we'll be using them for the salad. Now mix well. A bit of trivia about this dish. Usually sabudana khichdi is eaten in Maharashtra on days of religious fasting, which is a part of Hindu culture. Usually on such fasting days, we are allowed to eat only a certain types of foods. Many examples of such foods are fruits, milk, sabudana, dry fruits and nuts, etc. Sabudana khichdi is usually eaten for breakfast on such days and is one of our favorite home cooked dishes. Coming back to our recipe, we have added 1 tablespoon sugar and 1 teaspoon salt. Mix well and cover and cook for about 5 to 6 minutes on medium to low flame. After 5 to 6 minutes, check to see if the sabudana has become translucent. Also, if it has become a bit dry, you can sprinkle some water. If you are not using a non-stick vessel, a bit of your khichdi may stick to the bottom. Nothing to worry. You can scrape that out and eat as it is. In fact, we particularly love it as that part becomes crispy. The khichdi is almost done. Add some finely chopped coriander leaves and mix well. Check if you need to adjust the amount of salt. And it's done! Soft yet nutty sabudana khichdi. Garnish with some coriander leaves. Now for the cucumber salad. Add the chopped cucumber in a bowl. Add 3 tablespoons of yogurt, half teaspoon salt, half tablespoon sugar, and 3 tablespoon ground peanuts. Mix well. If you want, you can add some chopped coriander leaves on this as well. This salad is called Kakdichi Koshimbir in Maharashtra, where Kakdi means cucumber and Koshimbir means salad. The combination of Sabudana Khichdi and Kakdichi Koshimbir is also known as Khichdi Kakdi. Now serve the Kakdichi Koshimbir with the Sabudana Khichdi. Garnish with a dash of lemon and enjoy.
Thank you so much for watching our recipe.
We hope you can try it out and enjoy. And again, thank you so much for having us.
Please take care, stay safe, and
Happy cooking.
Bye bye.
Thank you very much to these youngsters for preparing that wonderful dish. Now we will move to Bharat, known as India, and we will see how a fasting dish called Palahari Ape by Miss Deepa Agrawal, all the way from India, Bharat.
Namaste, I am Deepa Agrawal from Jaipur, Rajasthan, India. I am grateful to Swami Vivekanand Cultural Center, Durban, South Africa for giving me this opportunity to present my recipe. I am sharing my recipe Falahari Appe with spicy masala potato curry. Here are ingredients for the recipe. This is water chestnut flour, buckwheat flour, peanuts, tomatoes, potatoes, ginger, green chilies and fresh coriander leaves. First we are going to prepare our potato curry. So let's begin. Peel the potatoes. Now dice the potatoes. After dicing the potatoes, we are cutting tomatoes. We will chop all tomatoes. We have chopped all tomatoes like this in small pieces. Now we will cut the green chili with scissors in small pieces. After cutting of green chilies, I am grating ginger. This is 1.5 inch piece of ginger. To cook our potato curry, we are taking a pressure cooker. And 20 ml vegetable oil, asafoetida powder, two to 3 pinch asafoetida powder and some cumin seeds. Till cumin seeds turn brown. Put all chopped tomatoes in pressure cooker. Add green chilies and grate ginger also. With all these, I am adding spices. Dry coriander powder, salt as per taste, red chili powder, turmeric, we are adding some fenugreek leaves, dry fenugreek leaves, and adding in pressure cooker. Now we will rinse the potatoes in a strainer and add in pressure cooker. When the oil comes out, put some water as you need curry, more or less. And cover the lid of pressure cooker. After a whistle, cook it on sim gas, low temperature for 10 to 12 minutes. Till the curry is being made, we will start preparation of appe. Take a pan and put some ghee or vegetable oil and roast the peanuts. We are taking 1 tablespoon of peanuts. We will roast the peanuts till it will start popping sound. Now turn off the gas. Now we will let them cool down. Now we are preparing appe. First we will peel the potatoes. Now the 12 minutes have been passed. Now I am turning off the gas. After peeling the potatoes, we will grate the potatoes in a bowl of water. We will drain the water out of potatoes. Put in a drainer. Wash it well. Put grated potato in it. In grated potatoes, we are adding water chestnut flour and buckwheat flour, some black pepper, salt as per your taste, green chili cut with scissors, peanuts have cooled down. Now crush it. I am using hammam dasta. You can use mixie also. Peanuts are crushed very nicely. Now mix it in our mixture. Mix well all the mixture and add some water. Mix it thoroughly. We are taking appe stand and grease the all cavities with some vegetable oil, ghee or butter, what you like. It's per your choice. Now we will put this batter in appe stand cavities. Keep the flame of gas sim, low temperature we need for crispiness. On low temperature, we will cook it for 8 to 10 minutes. Cover the uppay stand with lid. If you don't have uppay stand, we can use non-stick tawa and grease it well. And put this mixture like a chila or a small roti and cover it with the lid. Texture will be same. They have been cooked properly from below. Now we will flip it so the other side is cooked well. Has been cooked from below. Now we will flip it. Our curry is ready. Now we will garnish with fresh coriander leaves. After garnishing, this is ready to serve. Now we are preparing our thali for serving our appay and masala potato gravy. We are adding in thali some curd, some green chutney, all these food we can serve in fasting also, and potato curry and appay are also ready. So I am keeping in thali. I am plating with my chila I have made on tawa. Our appay and potato masala curry is ready now and plating is complete. Now you can serve it. In India, people fast on various occasions and the ingredients buckwheat flour and water chestnut flour are often part of their fasting diet. I hope you like my recipe and enjoy it.
Wow, ma'am, that is such a beautiful dish which can be used during our fasting time. Now we will go all the way to Singapore and see how Mr. Jimsy James will show us how a Kerala style stew is prepared.
Hello everybody, my name is Jimsy, currently residing in Singapore. I'm happy to share my cooking video for this program organized by the Indian Consulate in Durban. I'm cooking Kerala style veg stew. I hope you will like this and give it a try too sometime. This is my version of the stew. Let's get cooking.
The ingredients for the stew: I've taken some whole spices, 3 cardamoms, 3 to 4 cloves, a small piece of cinnamon stick, a few peppercorns, and a medium-sized chili. A small piece of ginger crushed, 3 to 4 cloves of garlic crushed, 1 medium-sized onion. Potatoes, I have taken 3 medium-sized potatoes, 1 big carrot, a few curry leaves, around 3 to 4, half to 3/4 cup peas. Here we have some thick coconut milk, about half a glass, and then I have some thin coconut milk. So here I have taken 1/4 glass of the thick coconut milk and diluted it with water to make 1 glass of thin coconut milk. Let's start by adding 2 tablespoons of oil, preferably coconut oil, but I'm adding vegetable oil here, followed by whole spices and the curry leaves, also the chilies. Give all this a mix
Now adding the crushed ginger garlic and saute for a few seconds. Next, adding the onions and giving it all a mix. Watch on the ginger and garlic, they shouldn't burn, and the onions should just turn soft and translucent. Also, now we will add in all the vegetables. Adding in salt to taste. Now adding in some water, around half to 3/4 of a glass. Now time to close the cooker and allow it to cook on medium heat until one whistle, and then we can do the rest of the steps later. So I have opened the cooker. The vegetables look well cooked. I'll be mashing a couple of potatoes, just one or two, so that it gives a bit of a thickness to our gravy. Also, at this point, I'll be adding in the thin coconut milk, the diluted milk, and give it a good mix. The gravy is coming to boil on medium flame. We'll be adding the thick coconut milk. Please note that once the thick coconut milk is added, the gravy need not be boiled. It can just be thoroughly heated and we can turn off the flame. This is how the stew looks. Yummy, delicious and healthy Kerala style vegetable stew. The best combination with the wet stew will be appams. Here I have made one to show you all. Hope you liked the video. Thank you for watching. Take care and stay safe. Bye bye.
Thank you very much, Jimsi. Now we'll go all the way back to Japan and see how a aloo ka paratha is prepared by Miss Mayo Hitomi from Japan.
Hello everyone and namaste Yogiji. Long time no see. So my name is Mayo and I majored in Hindi in Osaka University, and now I am a YouTuber. I make YouTube videos for Indian audience in Hindi language, and I introduce Japanese culture in Hindi, and also I teach Hindi language to Japanese people online. So today I'm going to introduce one Indian dish which is called aloo ke parathe. Paratha is Indian type of bread and aloo is potato. So I put potato in parathe. Okay, and you can also make onion parathe or paneer parathe. Paneer is Indian cheese, but I just love the potato paratha the most. So I'm gonna make it. It's very tasty, easy to make, and perfect for breakfast. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, I'm gonna heat potato in the microwave. Just wrap the potato with this wrap and put it in the microwave for 1 or 2 minutes. You can also boil it with water, but microwave is easier. Next, I'm gonna make a dough from this whole wheat flour. I'm just making for myself, so only a little bit. This much. I think this is too much for one meal, but it's okay. And next I'm gonna put some water in it. I don't know how much. I'll just know after mixing it. Oh, it's too less. Some more. Or maybe. I think it's done. If you Google online, you can find out how much water you have to put for how much wheat flour. But personally, I don't use a scale measurement. I just know from my experience that how soft it has to be. So it has to be hard enough that it doesn't stick to your fingers, but soft enough that even you separate them once, the two can stick to each other without wrinkles. Yes. So it's done. Again, I'm gonna wrap this so that it doesn't get dried out. Now I'm gonna make potatoes. Potato is already heated up. It's actually very hot. First, I'm gonna take off skins with fingers like this. Okay, it's done. So I'm gonna smash the potatoes with forks. Now you put salt and some spices in the potato. Some salt. So I have those spice collections. Here you can see coriander, red chili, haldi, like this. So I'm gonna put coriander and red chili. Chili is obviously very spicy, but I can't eat very hot food. So I'm gonna put only a little bit. Indian people also put green chili in the potato, but I don't do that because I can't eat super hot spicy food. And coriander. And I'm gonna mix it. You can also put gingers in it and some other spices, but I don't have that many spices, so I just put 2. I'm gonna taste it. It's a little bit too salty, but that is okay because this doesn't have any salt or spices. But I'm gonna put a little bit more coriander, I guess. Yep, perfect. Before I cook paratha, I'm gonna prepare raita. Raita is basically yogurt with some spice and salt. So we dip paratha in the raita and eat it. First, I put some water in the raita, in the yogurt, and mix it nicely. And I'm gonna put minced onion in it. You can also put tomato or cucumber or bundi, which is like this, but I just put onion today because I have it at home. Also some salt. And this is chaat masala. Masala is spice in Hindi. And chaat masala is also a type of spice that you put on sometimes fruits or some dishes or snacks. So I'm gonna put this and mix it. Maybe some more salt, only like a little bit. Next, I'm gonna put a little bit of whole wheat flour in this small cup and take out chakra and beran. So this is made of stone, which is called chakra, and you make like pizza kind of dough with those 2 items. Okay, I bought them in India because it's hard to get those in Japan. It's very expensive. So here comes dough. There are several types of making paratha, but I'll go for the easiest, the sandwich type. So I'm gonna make 2 small same size of balls, okay? Yes, roughly the same size. And then put both in the whole wheat flour. I'm covering the dough with whole wheat flour so that it doesn't stick to beran or chakra. Put some more. So you want to make completely round shape, but it's very difficult actually. Okay, one is done. I'll make the second one. Indian moms are super good at doing this, but I am not. I'm just a foreign girl who is trying to make Indian food, so it's not good shape, but I guess it's fine. Okay, it doesn't look so good, but it's fine. And now I'll put some potatoes on parathe. I love to put as much as I can and then just evenly place them like this. Then put the other one on top of it. Then again try to stretch it as much as possible, but you're gonna see those, so you have to be careful. Okay, I guess it's done. Finally, I'm gonna heat up paratha with this. This is called tawa. So you can see how thin it is. So it's specially made for making parathe or roti, which is simple Indian bread. Of course, you can use normal frying pan, but tawa is easier. Turn on the flame, and then I'm gonna put this amul ghee. Amul ghee. It's pure Indian butter. I put a lot because I love it. Okay, now I just put this like this. Oh. This is also the item I bought in India. This is called chimita, and it's for flipping chapati and roti and parathe. Smells so good. This color is perfect, a little bit brown but not like burned. You have to be careful. Okay, it's done. So just put this on the plate. Ta-da! This is today's breakfast. When you eat, you have to only use right hand, but it's very difficult, especially when it's very hot. Okay. And you dip in raita and eat it. I missed this taste. I love it. And I'm a good cook. This is not spicy at all, perfect for my taste. It's good. I'm Japanese and I'm not vegetarian. And from childhood, I keep eating non-veggie. Like non-veggie is main course of the whole meal. So if I eat vegetarian Japanese food, I feel like, you know, there is something missing and I don't get completely satisfied with the food. But Indian vegetarian food is so amazing, so various, so deep, so tasty that I don't even know that it's completely vegetarian food. I lived in India for 1 year when I was a student, and I used to just go out and find street food and had it. The street foods are so amazing in India. So I used to eat parathe for breakfast outside, just standing and eating before the class, before the language class. And it was so cheap. It was like 2 big parathe with chore, chickpea, and it was, I think like, and it was less than 50 cents, like US dollar. I also love golgappe. I wanted to make golgappe, but it's kind of complicated, so I can't make it from scratch by myself. So I love vegetarian Indian food so much. I love them. I wish I can go to India, which is not possible right now. Also, I used to live in Delhi and I had a lot of street food in Delhi, but I didn't have time to travel around all over the India and try different food from different states. I've never been to South India, but I love dosa. So I really want to go to South India and have different types of dosa. And if you haven't been to India, please go and have amazing various food there. Okay, so that's all from me. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you speak Hindi language, please visit my YouTube channel, which is called Mayo Japan. Mayo is my name, Japan is Japan. It's very simple, easy to remember. So please visit my YouTube channel and you can find more of the videos of Indian food recipes and other Indian travels and also about Japan. So thank you very much for watching and see you. Bye.
Yeah, such a simple dish, but so wonderfully prepared. Thank you very much. Now that we have come to the end of the program, and we hope that you've enjoyed and you do view our programs to prepare all these dishes at your home. We will have a vote of thanks by Ms. Shristi Harinarayan on the Swami Vivekananda Culture Center in Durban.
Namaskar, on behalf of the Swami Vivekananda Cultural Center, it gives me great pleasure in rendering this afternoon's tasty vote of thanks. Firstly, we'd like to express sincere gratitude to Ms. Sujata Rajgopal from Moscow, Russia, Mr. Hiroyoshi Takeda from Japan, Mr. Kohalan Shantikumar from Sri Lanka, Ms. Shalmali Rajadaksha and Mr. Bhargav Utpat from Tokyo, Japan, Ms. Deepa Agarwal from India, Ms. Jimsi James from Singapore, Ms. Mayo Hitomi from Japan, Director of the Swami Vivekananda Cultural Center, Dr. Chaitanya Prakash Yogi, colleagues Ms. Cheryl Banwariwal, Ms. Kavita Solanki, Mr. Piyush Khandelwal. Thank you, Piyush ji, for all your technical assistance. Please stay tuned for this yummy week for Indian kitchens worldwide. Thank you. Namaskar.